Hi everybody, this is Kiana and I am coming to you from KLIT Consulting, a public benefit corporation, and this is the first video on my new YouTube channel. So just to tell you a little bit about KLIT, KLIT Consulting is a company that I started last summer, or actually it was last spring. I launched it in April of 2018. And what I do is I target small community benefit businesses. So basically, like small businesses that are serving some type of public benefit or some type of benefit to the community. It doesn't have to be a nonprofit. It can be an LLC, for profit. I'm a for profit actually myself. A public benefit corporation is what I'm under. But it can be, different type of structures. But as long as you're providing some type of benefit to the community, those are the businesses that I target. And basically the services that I provide is assistance with business development. So like if you need assistance with documenting your business plan, promotion for your business. And then I also do, I'm a techie. I've been in tech for over 17 years now professionally. And so I also do web development. So helping small businesses who need a website or a social media platform, I can put all that together and link it all for you, so that your business is represented on the web as well as social media, and it flows together. So those are just a few of the things that I'm doing right now with my business. And also I have an outreach program called Taking It Beyond Coding, where I teach kids about opportunities in the field of information technology that go beyond coding. Because I see a lot of programs out here that focus on coding, which is great, but there are so many other things that you can do in this field. And I know from personal experience, because like I said, I've been in the field for some years now, and I've done everything from coding to project management. So I don't think there's enough exposure to the younger generation, to kids out there, about all these other opportunities. So that's something else that I do. So anyway, I want to jump into the topic of this video though. And I'm gonna try to keep it short, so hopefully I don't talk too fast. I'll try to catch myself and slow down if I need to. But yeah, so basically what I'm talking about today is why I think that having your own business or a side gig is like having insurance. It's like a form of insurance. And I'm speaking from personal experiences on this. I've had I've been laid off before. I've lost jobs before just because things didn't work out, budget cuts and things like that. So you never know what might happen, as far as, your job. You can have years of experience. You can get along well with your team. You can go get along with your boss or whatever, and things just may not work out for whatever reason, and you have to be prepared for that. And I'm not just talking about having like some savings, which that's a good thing as well. But like actually like being mentally prepared and not ever getting into the mode of thinking like, oh, I've been on this job for years and they would never let me go, or I get along well with my boss, we go golfing together, so I don't have anything to worry about, or oh, I have 10-15 years of experience in this field, why would they let me go? I've been there before. I've thought like that before. And I'm telling you, I don't think like that anymore after what I've experienced in the job market. So I know firsthand that, that's just not the reality. And you have to be prepared as much as possible for whatever may happen. And a great way to do that is having a side gig, or something else that you're doing that's generating income for you in addition to your day job. Just to tell you a couple of experiences that I've had. My first layoff was like back in 2007. Excuse me. It was back in 2007, and I was working like a contract job, still in IT, of course. And I think they had like budget cuts because it was a small like marketing company. I think they ended up having budget cuts, so I was one of the first people to be let go. And at the time it wasn't that bad for us, because we only had one kid at the time, my husband and I, and we our house payments weren't that much, and we didn't have a lot of bills. We were just kind of starting out anyway. And I was out of work for about a month. And so, it wasn't that big of a deal at the time, though. Like I said, I had a little savings as well. So we didn't really, lose out on anything as far as like being able to pay bills and stuff like that. And then several years after that, I had been at this company for several years and ended up getting laid off. That one hit me a little harder. Not so much because of the financial part, because I'll get to that in a minute. It actually wasn't that bad financially, but because I had been there for several years and I was really trying to stick with that company for the long haul. And I was really trying to, rise through the ranks in the company and do different things. But I had gotten to a point where I started feeling like stuck in my role. I was talking to different managers in different departments, trying to see how I could move around into a different position. And I just wasn't really getting anywhere. The pay wasn't really going up as much either. So it was just a few different issues that I was beginning to have there. So by the time I actually ended up getting laid off, it was kind of like good timing for me. But then on top of that, I got laid off in like August of 2014. And then, well, wait a minute. They let me go in August of 2014, which I didn't have to go into the office or anything like that. But I was still getting paid every 2 weeks up until October of 2014. So like the end of October. And I got my bonus for that year. And I got a nice severance package, and they paid my benefits for like 6 months. So it was a sweet deal. I was not really complaining too much. And so, but still, it was, like I had been there for several years, and just like that, they let me go, because of budget and restructuring or whatever it was. And I remember going to a meeting after I got laid off. It was like some type of training thing where they were trying to help us find resources to get back into the workforce. And I was in the room with like upper management. I think one guy was even an executive or something, and they had gotten laid off too. So I was like, wow, it's not just like the people in lower management positions like myself, or they have much more experience than I did, and they were sitting in the same room as I was. So it can happen to like anybody pretty much. And so that's just the reality of it. And then my latest experience, which really kind of transformed my mind, the way I view the job market and everything, happened last year. We had just moved to Texas. Well, actually we moved to Texas in summer of Hey y'all, I am back. I had a small interruption. My family, they were making noise and stuff. But anyway, so I was talking about the last time that I lost my job. It was in last year, actually in January of last year, so 2018 January. And we had just moved here to Texas several months before that. So this was the job that I came to Texas, in, and I was working 100% remote. Eventually that did not work out. It didn't pan out well, and it just didn't work out. So I ended up losing that job, and at first it was okay. I had several months of savings, just getting unemployment, and then I'm married, so it's a two-person household income or whatever. And so, it wasn't too bad. I had some time to go to like some entrepreneur workshops and things like that. I launched my business in the process, went to like a conference, for like a business week conference that they have here in the area. I'm in the Dallas Fort Worth area. And what else? Just had a lot of time like to do some self-reflection and educate myself on different things like, just credit management and, again, like business ownership. So it was actually, great from that aspect. But after being out of work for a few months, it started getting to the point where it's like, okay, I need to go ahead and hurry up and find something else, because I'm used to making pretty good money, being in information technology. But it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be to find another job. I had always had, pretty good luck as far as finding jobs in the past with no issue. Even when I had gotten laid off several years ago, when I went back to work, I chose to jump back into the workforce, and because like I said, I had a nice severance package and everything, so I was sitting pretty for a few months. But with this time, it was like, okay, I really need to go ahead and get something. And when I started my job, that I ended up getting the job I'm in now, the day I started, my unemployment ran out, and then my savings had dwindled. We made it for a while, but, yeah, it was getting to the point where it was just like, you know what, yeah. So, I mean, I do have my business, but I still wanted something that was coming in while I'm building my business. So, like I said, you just never know what might end up happening. No matter what level of experience you have, and what type of position you're in, and I know that firsthand. So, it's really, I really excited about helping other people create their dreams in the form of a small business, and just have that, like I said, that form of insurance, because that additional stream of income coming in. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. And again, just going back through what KLIT Consulting can help you with as far as business development needs, technical needs, not just web development, but data management, because I do a lot with data analysis in my work, my day job. And I have years of experience in that, so database management, reporting, things like that you might need assistance with. So yeah, I hope that you can join me for more of my upcoming videos. I'm going to be talking about, topics related to credit management, because I have a lot to say about that as well. I'm a big believer in law of attraction and visualization and manifesting. So I'm going to be talking about those as well, and how my own personal experiences with those. Anyway, so I'm going to cut this video short now. I really appreciate you for watching, and hope that this helped you out some. Feel free to ask me questions. I'm posting my website and my email as well if you want to reach out to me. My website, I am in the process of revamping it, but it'll be back up soon. But other than that, all right, thanks for watching today. Bye.